Howdy chaps, and welcome back to another fantastic episode. It's not actually going to be much of an episode, more of an update, because I've had quite a few people going, where the bloody hell are you? Well, I've been busy. Also had a haircut. Fabulous. So, I have a few things to update you on. Right, welcome back. Welcome back. Wow, special. So you might notice I'm not the only bloke who has slowed down the release of videos. Well, that's because life is extremely busy at the moment. Also, because the cost of living is so extreme, it's really difficult to do things for video content these days. Now, I was working on the coupe, but I've been so busy that I just wanted to get that done. It's not done, but the job's done on it, so I didn't actually bother filming it because I don't want to make the task take any longer than I want it to. Also, Corowa, the trip that's coming up for the swim-in, is the 11th. That's when this thing is heading off. So that's one more full week, and I've got still a smattering of things left to do on it. I mean, the tank has got buttloads of things left to do on it, but the things that are really visual and are going to make it look terrible need to be done. So I've been working my ring out trying to get this thing done, or at least to the standard where it won't look terrible when it's there on display. So I might just run you through a few of them, and then also, side note, I gave up selling the EJ because nobody's buying anything at the moment. Nobody's got any money. Cheap project cars are still selling, but good ones that are a bit out of people's reach, nothing. Not one person messaged me about the EJ in like two and a bit months. I'm like, well, that happened. But then Peter Anderson, because he can't help himself, he's bought himself some more vehicles, and he decided to part ways with that EJ, and I was like, hello. I said, you wouldn't want to sell some parts, would you? So I've organised to buy back some parts I used to own from that car. So I'm going to get the doors, or at least two of the, I reckon I'm going to get 3 doors, but my fingers beat me to the punch. Get 2 front doors and 1 rear door, and I'm going to finish the EJ. When, I don't know, because we're going to get past Corowa first. So the EJ is going to happen, but it's just out of the scene at the moment, but it's not gone. So eventually that will come back on the channel and be finished. Thanks to Peter Anderson and those panels. So that's side topic. Also, I have another project that I picked up, but it's not that exciting. More of a daily driver for myself, but it's obviously another repairable write-off. I picked that up a few weeks back. And then of course, still got the Willys Jeep, and obviously customers' cars. So I'm still very, very busy. So enough crapping on about what I've been up to. Let's show you what's been going on in the workshop. Right, I really do wish this camera actually had a zoomy out function, because this is as zoomed out as it can be. Now, yeah, I actually found myself watching one of my early videos, probably actually, I think I watched the first video I had on this tank, and 1, I talk about it a lot, but 2, I realised, wow, that was one long way back. Hard to think it's the same vehicle, and it's amazing I've still got my sanity. So, right, I don't actually know what the last thing was that I was showing on this thing, but I do know that I have been rather busy. So, I finally got the 6 bolts in through there. I got the splash guard across there finally, and a little bit there. I've made the other hatch stay, and some miracle I actually got them the same height. The radio is now in the hole, although it's a bit hard to see. Yep, looking good. Non-functional, it's just there for display. There's a top on the tunnel, so you no longer have to worry about potentially having your arm torn off while you're sitting next to the thing spinning at shoulder height. Also deliberately made that a touch taller than it should be, solely so that it's easier to get in and out through the roof. It just makes life easier. So that's that. I finally put these bolts through here, added the piece of metal that goes behind it. There's still lots and lots of details that need sorting out, because obviously that needs to look like that, but that's just not going to happen. Today I might sort out finishing off this bracket here, but I probably won't film it because this video is more of an update and I just need to get this stuff done. I've got these out at the moment, just getting some nuts sorted for them, and then we can put the bolts in through the front of that. I had this guard back off because I needed to put the 3 missing screws that actually were in behind there. They've been sorted. Changed out all of these mismatched bolts for all the same type, for all the footman loops. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to sorting out the mechanisms to make the hatches, the pistol ports, open and close. Unfortunately, the 2 on this side, the one at the back and this side, are temporarily welded in. I do need to countersink those 5 holes there and put screws in. I made a battery box lid. It's finally got one. Air cleaners are now officially on, elements in, sorted out, and pipe work done. So the engine is now running off its air filters and they are actually functional. Got some more of these countersink screws, was able to put the rear plate on for good. Spent ages with the welder sorting out issues, as you probably saw in the last video I did on this thing. Got their tins on, the bolts are in, all the bolts are in. Unfortunately, that's just going to have to be what fills those holes for now. A lovely viewer donated the missing, oops, the missing fire extinguisher bracket, and there it is there. Just wish I had slightly better fire extinguishers, but hey, does the trick. This side of the track is all painted. Well, I've been working on a car during the week and it's been creating a hell of a lot of bog dust, which is why the poor tank is filthy, which is annoying. Bins are on for good, tied down. Unfortunately, thanks to these brackets here, you can't really tie them down at this end terribly easily. I don't really know how they did that back then, but we'll cross that bridge later. These grousers are on for good. Very, very filthy from dust. Very annoying. I've got this piece of upper hull in, but it needs to be sorted because it's just filling a hole at the moment. I'm just trying to get things done and started painting some of the insides. So lots and lots of progress. Oh, and one of the big things, can't believe I walked right past it. Well, I can actually because I'm an idiot. Our unit markings are on the back. How good is that? Also, second door's done, and the handles and the whatnots. One thing you got to watch for Stuart tanks is it's a bit sketchy. Take these bolts out. Oh, this is going to be fun one-handed. Hang on, I'll just pause it and get back to you in a sec. Alrighty. See how close that is to the back of that? Don't put your hand across the top. If you've got your hand under here, I'll do it, but I'll do it slowly. People have lost their fingers in that gap. It is a very tight gap and all Stuarts are like that. And there's the engine hiding in here. I've heat wrapped the exhaust, heat wrapped a few things. I think the poor alternator might have actually cacked it. I put a volt reg in it, but I think it's actually dead now because it doesn't work. It did, and then it stopped working. I suspect it got really effing hot because the heat that is generated in that area is just insane. It is so hot, it's not funny. And I'm pretty sure alternators don't like heat, so I've got another one, but if it's going to be a recurring theme, I might have to sort some other issue out. I might have to build a heat shield for the back of it or something, but the heat that comes off here out of the back is just mind-blowingly hot. But she's looking pretty darn good. There's some details on the turret that are just not going to get done in a week. So she's pretty much 99% done for Korua. There's lots of details that I'd like to sort out, like turn that into a rivet, but that's just going to have to wait for another day. Got my track tensioning spanner. Just been busy. Absolutely flat stick. I've got a fire extinguisher to fit inside the tank somewhere in a convenient spot, because I'm not running without a fire extinguisher in there. Yeah, so just been super busy. Might as well go look at the coupes too while we're at it. The shed is an absolute pigsty. Nobody wants a spot welder. Can you believe that? Oh. Cross members in. Radius rod arms are in. We had changed out the left hand corner of the rad support, and speaking with the old boy, I was thinking, because we were discussing when to do the plenum chamber on this, I think I might finish off everything underneath the car. There's not that much left, it's a lot of small tasks, and I reckon I'm going to get the owner to come down and we'll put the suspension back in and put it on the ground, take it off the rotisserie, and then do the plenum chamber. Because I think it'll be better, my humble opinion, or at least easier, because this is already at my almost shoulder height. So, and I think I've done plenum chambers before, and I just prefer the car on the ground. I think also I can finish off some of the stuff in the top. So I think very shortly we might get this onto the ground on its wheels. We might finish off the last few rust repairs and then detail the underneath and then put it on the ground. But she's looking pretty darn snazzy. I'm very happy with how the front end had come out. I replaced the inner and outer in one piece, just zipped it through here, and then did the radius rod arms. Very easy. Well, not easy, just time consuming. So there's an update on the coupe. It's now had all of its cross members replaced now. It's interesting. So I don't really know what else to film, chaps, but this might be a short and sweet update video. So I don't really know what my next schedule is as far as videos. I'm too busy with everything that's going on. I just don't know what to do, and honestly, as far as content concerns, I've got nothing interesting to film, or nothing I want to film. I just don't know what to do. I can't afford to buy a cheap car to do up on the channel. I just run out of, well, this has been consuming my money, let's be real. That's where it's all been going. So when I come back from Korua, I'm going to take a big honking break from this thing. I'm going to cover it in tarps, and I'm just going to probably roll it into the corner, and I'm going to forget about this for a while, because I need a mental break from this. And we might tackle the Jeep, I reckon. Every part of me wants to fit the V8 to it. I do, but I don't know how legal that is. But I'd love to. So that's where we're at with the tank. Probably knowing me, I'll probably film some stuff at Korua, but she's pretty much externally finished. Just details really. So I'll leave it there, chaps. I hope you enjoyed the update. I'm still kicking, I'm still alive. Muscles are very, very sore, tender. I'm half broken these days, but I haven't dropped off the face of the earth. I've just been super busy. I do have a Patreon for this, and I do keep up to date, well, relatively, I try to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing on this and what I'm up to. Sometimes I flip in a couple of cars. So if you want to follow me on Patreon and help support it, that'd be awesome. Because I was actually thinking about, side topic again, I know where to get tyres from, and I was actually umming and ahhing about starting a GoFundMe and seeing if I could get people to help buy some tyres, because I just don't have the money for them. Because it's going to be thousands of dollars to have them fixed, whether they get re-rubbered or new ones brought in. Me personally, I'm going to have to save for like 6 months to be able to replace them. Anyway, so there's an update. We're moving along. The tank is pretty much externally finished. If you're not impressed, go back and watch the first video on it. You might go, oh, it was rather bad. Because remember, the tank's height stopped here. So everything above that has had to be put on. And it was a non-runner, so here we go. Right, enough chit chat and rambling. I'll see you around, chaps, and I'll keep you updated.